If you feel tired all the time, even on days when you did nothing, this video is not here to judge you. It's here to explain something almost nobody talks about. Because what you're feeling isn't laziness, it isn't a lack of motivation, and it's not because you're wasting your life. It's something quieter, something deeper, and once you notice it, you can't unsee it. Let's start here. You wake up, you're already tired, not exhausted, just heavy. Your body works, but your mind feels foggy. You check your phone, not because you need to, but because it's automatic. A few memes, a few short videos, a few laughs, and for a moment it feels good. But somehow, an hour passes, and instead of feeling relaxed, you feel drained. This happens again and again and again. And you start asking yourself, why am I always tired? Why do I feel burned out even when I didn't do anything? Here's the truth. You didn't rest. Your body may have stopped moving, but your brain never stopped working. Scrolling feels like rest, but it's not rest. It's stimulation. Every image, every joke, every video, your brain reacts to all of it. Tiny decisions, tiny emotional responses, tiny bursts of attention, over and over, without pause. Your brain doesn't get silence, it doesn't get boredom, it doesn't get space, and without space, it can't recharge. This is why lying in bed with your phone doesn't make you feel better. You're physically still, but mentally sprinting. Think about it. When was the last time you did absolutely nothing? No phone, no music, no background noise, just you and your thoughts? Most people can't remember. And that's not a coincidence. Your brain has been trained to avoid stillness. Because stillness feels uncomfortable. In stillness, thoughts come back, questions come back, feelings come back. So instead, you scroll, and scrolling gives relief. But relief is not rest. Relief just pauses discomfort. It doesn't restore energy. That's why you can scroll for hours and still feel empty afterward. You weren't refueled. You were distracted. This is overstimulation, not depression, not laziness, not weakness. Overstimulation. Your brain is overloaded with information, but starved of meaning. And here's the part most people miss. Your tiredness isn't physical, it's mental fatigue. Mental fatigue doesn't feel like pain, it feels like apathy, like you should do something, but can't start. Like you want rest, but don't know how. Like you're behind in life, but can't explain why. And the more you scroll, the worse it gets, because your brain learns a pattern. Discomfort to scroll, boredom to scroll, stress to scroll, loneliness to scroll, until scrolling becomes your default response to everything, and suddenly, even peace feels boring. This is why doing nothing feels harder than scrolling. Your brain is addicted to input. So when there's no input, it panics. It reaches for the phone. Again, now listen carefully. You do not need to quit social media. You do not need discipline. You do not need a productivity system. You need awareness. Awareness changes the pattern, not all at once, not overnight, but slowly. Awareness is noticing when you open an app without thinking. Awareness is realizing you're scrolling to avoid something. Awareness is catching the moment before the next swipe. That moment matters, because in that pause, your brain gets air. 5 minutes of silence is more restorative than 1 hour of scrolling. And at first, it feels uncomfortable. Your brain will say, this is boring. This is pointless. Just one more scroll. That's the addiction talking. But if you let boredom exist, your mind begins to settle. Not dramatically, not magically, quietly, and slowly, your energy returns. Not hype energy, real energy. the kind that lets you think clearly, the kind that makes life feel lighter. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You don't need more motivation, you need less noise, and you don't need to change everything. Just notice. Notice when you scroll. Notice why you scroll. Notice how you feel afterward. That's enough to start, because once you see the pattern, you're no longer trapped in it. You might still scroll, you might still feel tired, but now you understand why. And understanding is power. If this video felt uncomfortable, that's okay. It means you recognized yourself. You're not broken, you're not behind, you're not failing at life. You're just overstimulated in a world that never stops talking. And choosing to pause even for a moment is an act of self-respect. You don't need to fix your life today. Just notice it. That's where it starts. If you're still here, that means something in this video didn't just make sense. It felt familiar, and maybe part of you wishes you didn't relate to it so much. That's okay. Most people don't realize what's happening to them until they finally stop for a moment. You're not weak for feeling tired, you're not broken for needing distraction, and you're not failing just because you don't feel motivated right now. You've just been living in a world that never lets your mind rest. Think about how often your brain is on, even when you're lying down, even when you're supposed to be relaxing, even when you're doing nothing. There's always something pulling at your attention. Another notification, another video, another thought. No human was designed for that, so if you feel drained, if everything feels heavier than it should, if your days blur together and you can't remember the last time you felt clear, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just overstimulated. And the fact that you're watching this means you're already more aware than you were before. That matters. You don't need to disappear from the internet. You don't need to become disciplined overnight. You don't need to turn your life into some perfect routine. You just need moments of space, small ones, quiet ones. Maybe tonight before you sleep, you put your phone down a few minutes earlier, not because you should, but because you're curious what it feels like to be alone with your thoughts again. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. That's normal. Your brain isn't used to silence anymore. But if you stay there, if you don't immediately reach for distraction, something interesting happens. Your thoughts slow down, your body softens, and that constant pressure starts to loosen its grip. Not all at once, just enough to notice. You don't have to change everything today. You don't have to fix your life. You don't have to become someone else. Just notice what drains you. Notice what gives you relief but not rest. Notice what makes you feel lighter afterward. Awareness isn't dramatic, it's quiet, but it's powerful. Because once you see the pattern, you're no longer trapped inside it. You can still scroll, you can still laugh at memes, you can still waste time sometimes. That's human. The difference is now you understand why you feel the way you do, and understanding gives you choice. That's where real change starts. If this video helped you feel a little less alone, then it did its job. And if you want more videos like this, not louder, not faster, but honest, then you know where to find them. Take care of your mind. It's been working very hard.